Hi, good afternoon and welcome back to Tarot Tats and Tea. I'm going to talk to you today about a couple of decks, one tarot and two oracle. The tarot deck I'm going to talk to you about is one that arrived a few weeks ago. Now, I have tried to record a couple of videos about this deck, but again, as has been happening a lot lately, I wasn't too happy with it. So I thought I'll give it a rest and come back to it, visit it at a later date, and today's the day that I've chosen to look at it. This is a beautiful deck. It's a deck that I actually fell in love with when I first saw the ideas of it coming up. And it's a deck by a creator who I wish I had many more of his decks, but I don't. And his work I just find is lovely. It's beautiful. The deck is The Time Tarot by Eugene Vinitsky. Okay, The Time Tarot. It is a deck that is, well, I haven't even got the words to describe it, simply because I think it's stunning. It sort of ticks most, if not all, boxes for me. First of all, it comes in this lovely clamshell with the magnetic fastening box. Okay, and it's got that lovely sort of vintagey looking wallpaper effect on the inside of it. The Time Tarot was one that was put up must be about a year ago, and not far off when I backed it. It comes with a certificate of authenticity, and on here I have copy number 49. It's the original tarot deck of 78 cards created by Eugene Vinitsky and Elsa Kapotnikovsky. This is the author's edition, Geneva 2024. It's signed by both Eugene and Elsa. Elsa, I hope I didn't absolutely destroy the way your surname is pronounced. It has this little chunky book that comes with it, and in here you get a black and white image of the card and an explanation of the card. We start with our title page, The Time Tarot. Then we go to, there's a special thanks to Richard Gladstone for his invaluable help in editing the book. The contents are the major arcana, the minor arcana, and it breaks it down to suits of wands, cups, swords and coins, and the tarot cards and time frames. And then there's the Time Tarot spreads. There's this, just one paragraph from the introduction that I want to read to you. Time is a mysterious companion that silently accompanies us on our life's journey. It is indifferent to our desires, unbound by our plans, and knows no obstacles. Time is more than just the movement of hands on a clock. It is something far deeper and more enigmatic. It manifests itself into opposing forms, fleeting moments, and endless eternity. And it goes on. I have read the whole of the introduction, and it's very deep, and it's actually, there's so many truths in it. There's an italic end, a piece at the end here. We invite you, lovers of tarot, to immerse yourselves in the extraordinary world of time, eternal, enigmatic, filled with mysteries and infinite discoveries. And it's very true. Every single day you can make new discoveries. And I've learnt that more as a retiree who has spent more time with all my interests than I have done through the rest of my life. So it then goes on to explain the major arcana, and within the explanation it gives you the story about the card, and then it gives you the meanings and the reversed meanings. Now the meanings: for the fool, beginning of something new, unexpected, surprise, adventure, joy. Reversed is madness, imprudence, negligence, illusion and shady undertakings. And like I say, each card has its own story. At the back here, the Time Tarot spreads. I've actually done the Time Tarot spread here for myself and was mightily impressed, to be honest. So let's now look at the cards themselves. It's quite a chunky deck. Okay, I love this gilding. I know there are you either love gilding or you hate it. I happen to absolutely love it. I love blingy gilding and blingy decks. Look at that. It's just stunning. The cards backing is the same as the sort of wallpaper effect on the inside of the box. They are glossy cards, and the cardstock is, well, for me it's just lovely. I wouldn't push this to riffle because it's a nice chunky deck. It'd be hard to bend and you might damage them because they're although individually they're pliable, not as a deck they're not. They're that little bit thick. These are not in order because I have been playing with the deck and getting used to it and loving it. So we have our Queen of Cups. You know, this artwork, it reminds me of works of artists throughout time, that sort of, you know, there's a particular artist I'm thinking of and his name escapes me now. We've got the Rembrandt and we've got various other artists, but there's one particular one that I'm thinking of and his name escapes me right now, but it'll come to me. When it does, I'll let you know. So it's I won't go through all because there's a sheen on the cards or a gloss, and it makes it quite difficult for me to be able to show them to you. I don't have an overhead system that I could focus in on, but I will hold them up and show them to the best of my ability. That Seven of Wands really does, he's got that look on his face to say, just listen, you know. And the wands are all depicted with the pendulum in the top corner there. You can see that on the top left-hand corner. And that's the Ace of Wands. Look at that. And it's strange, I've come up here to talk to you about this, and I'm only just after winding up my own grandfather clock in the sitting room and setting the pendulum to swing there. The Page of Cups in the barrel. And if you look here now, the cups there, they have the timers. Eight of Coins. The Nine of Coins, and they all have that little sort of compass coin in the corner. The timepiece, sorry, clock, what am I saying? Chester. Chester hides under my reading chair in absolute darkness. I don't know why. Because he's not shy. Chester, come here. When he gets warm, he will. Three of Wands. The Three of Wands is a beautiful card. Whoops. It is absolutely gorgeous, this Three of Wands. And I love it because although it's the Three of Wands, it has the energy of the Fool as well. If you look at it, it's you know, because there's like somebody, you know, you're gazing out and you're looking at, you know, what's coming into yeah, but in this one it's more like, what's there for me when I step out even further? You know, we can't turn back time, we just have to keep going forward. There we go, look at that. Isn't that an amazing Three of Wands? You see what I mean by the Fool vibes on the cliff there, ready to take that leap. Here we have our Four. And here's my card, the Libra card, Justice. This is a beautiful Justice card, a very pretty Justice card. And this we've got the minutes now, so we've even got a second hand here. You know, and justice will be served in time. In time. Things always come to the light. Three of Cups. I guess if I was to pick which character of mine in the Three of Cups, I'd say it's the one in the middle. And you can see why. She's drinking her cask of wine. I like this Hierophant because the Hierophant card in this is it's almost like it's a little anonymous because you don't actually have a person's face there. You have an Egyptian god, okay, and you have the crow sitting on him holding a pocket watch in its beak. Behind all this in the backdrop, the sceneries of cogs and the inner workings of a clock, and the Hierophant standing there as a god, sort of advising. And if you look on the ground, you've got your watch, your clock, but you've also got them. It's almost like they're compass points, because sundials and that, you would have, you know, your compass marks as well to a degree. And we've got people here that are learning, working together with this. And it's like the Hierophant is, it's more of a, there is a reminder, look, you are being watched over. Ask me and I'll advise you, but you have to look for your own answers. I'll advise you, find a way to get a message to you, but you still have to put the work in. The Six of Wands, look at this one. And instead of the wreath on the top of the wand, there we have the clock face. Five of Wands. Here's our Fool. Our Fool in here looks quite sad. Whereas I got the Fool vibes from that Three of Wands. This Fool here, it's like he's having to start a new path instead of opting for a new path. It's like time has passed him by. He might have wasted time and he's now having to say, well, look, this isn't working for me anymore. I'm going to have to, see where this is going to lead me, because I have to make changes. I have to make a new start. I have to move on, because what has gone no longer serves me. Time's ticking by, and if I want to do something, I need to do it now before it's too late. But is this Fool making the right decision? Has this Fool matured? I don't think so. Time's passing by. He's still playing with his hoop and stick. Okay, he's got a hat on that gives him what to all intents and purposes look like donkey ears, and it's almost like it's saying, well, yes, this is the Fool card, but this one depicts someone who hasn't matured, who hasn't found their role in life, and time is passing them by, and therefore they need to perpetually move forward in order to find their niche, in order to find what they are, their purpose for being here. It's quite a deep card, whereas sometimes our Fool card can be quite an entertaining one. If we were to look at, say, compare it to the Fool in, say, the Dark Mansion, that jester, this one has a sadness about it in the sense that, well, look, he looks, oh, he's fed up. Here we go again. I've made a hames of it again. I've got to start over, or this no longer serves me, or this hasn't worked out, or I thought I'd found my niche, but I haven't. You can get all those feelings from this. Let's just look in the book to see what Eugene and Elsa say about the Fool card. You can run like a mesmerised man into the middle of nowhere while chasing a wheel that is rolling rapidly in front of you with a stick. The wheel itself looks like infinity, so when you play with it, it's hard to stop. It's hard to stop losing your sense of time. The wheel is rolling along an uneven ground, swaying in different directions and always trying to lose its balance, and you want to predict its tricks, preventing it from falling to the ground. If you get carried away with a meaningless movement and get overexcited, you never know where it will lead, to a happy takeoff or a tragic fall. This becomes clear only at the very edge of the abyss, when the wheel can no longer be stopped. And there is no desire, but rather no longer any possibility to do it. You want to believe in a miracle without feeling the danger, to escape forever from the difficulties of life itself, either by dying or suddenly finding happiness in its arms. The wheel hovers over the abyss, and time stands still for a moment as an unperturbed witness to what is happening. Having broken off from one person, it will continue its run for many others. So, in a sense, the Fool card here is also representing the death. It's also representing death. Now, it's stated dying. For me, similarly to the Death card, because we know death brings change, sudden and unexpected change. It rids our life, similarly to the Tower card, of things that no longer serve us, that don't help us. But this, to me, if it is going to represent death, it's the death of one type of life, very much like the Death card, and saying, this is not working for me. I need to grow up. I need to man up. I need to woman up, or whatever it is we want to call it. I need to be strong. I need to put on my big person's pants and play the game. because continually playing this game is going to get me nowhere. It's the type of card I would expect to see if I was reading or asking a question about a specific, I don't know, incident, or asking about the characteristics of a person that I might be going into business with. If I was to get this card, to me it would be a heads up, be careful. This person plays around a bit, is a bit foolish, doesn't think before they leap, and is still very immature and not able to coherently put things into place that could serve your best purpose. You know, that would make me change my ideas about going into business with a particular person. However, for an individual to pull this card, I would say, look, it's time. You need to start copping on. You need to start growing up and realise that life isn't always a game. Yes, stop, have fun. As they say, all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy, but don't make it your be all and end all, because you'll just end up in this miserable cycle of failure, sort of a success, but before you reach the pinnacle of success, it all falls away, because you need to mature, you need to think more coherently, if that makes any sense. And playing with life, how you waste your time here. The High Priestess is really gorgeous. For some reason, the light on, I think my iPad might be heading for the scrapyard, because the light keeps changing on it, and so you're not getting the proper colour of these cards. I don't know why it's doing that. This is a new thing very recently. It must be on its last legs. Well, we have the Hanged Man. Oh, the Ace of Cups. I like this Ace of Cups. It's our egg timer floating on the sea. The Magician. Look at that. This magician he's like, he has all the tools of the trade to fix his clocks. And as a magician, can he move time forward? Can he slow time down? Can he jump through that black hole and go to a different dimension in time and space? Strength. And in time we gain our strength for whatever tasks lie ahead. Whoops. Our Ten of Wands. Why is that changing? It's going from sepia to like a bluey greeny colour. Looks like it definitely is on its way out. Let's have a look. Which ones do I want to show you? Oh, the Empress. The Empress is lovely. I do like this Empress. I've seen something slightly similar in a completely different style card, but with the dress being like the curtains of a stage, The Emperor. I like our Wheel of Fortune. It's a spiral of clocks, of a clock face, and you can see the ups and downs. And time doesn't wait for time waits for no man, as they say. It's gorgeous, isn't it? So you can see the style of the art throughout this deck. It draws you in. There's a lot that you can really go quite deep into this card, into these cards in many ways. With the images, the symbols, and the many symbols that time can represent. A lot of us read very differently, and a lot of people get a lot of different things from different aspects of the cards. I love this Ace of Swords. I really do. This Ace of Swords, albeit it's a sword, it also speaks to me, okay, to me, this is success. But what underpins this energy of success for this is the fact that this sword could also be seen as a trident, could also be seen as a crown with a faceplate. It's something that's, you know, you've achieved through battle, and you're strong and you can do. It's one of our court cards, the King of Coins. The Ace of Coins is lovely. I love the light coming through those clouds. There you go, the Tower. The Devil. Look at that for a devil. That's nightmarish, isn't it? Quite nightmarish. The Sun. The Moon. Let's have a look, what else can I show? I love this Eight of Cups. I love that. The World card is beautiful. Look at that for a World card. Gorgeous. I like this Two of Swords as well. See, I love, you know, Corvids, I should say, not Covids. Dear God, I don't love COVID. I love the Corvids. You know, your magpies, your crows, your ravens, etc. Beautiful. Judgment is a good one. I like this as well. See if you can spot the angel looking over them. Here, look at that. It's really, you know, really beautiful, really clever. I like this Four of Coins. Look at that, eating his own time. That, you know, we normally have that sort of miserly look, don't we? Well, this one's miserly with his time. Excuse me. There we go, the Five of Coins. Four of Swords, and we have the hands of a clock where we would normally see the swords. The Ten of Swords is very clever. You know, we normally see the person prone on the beach, don't we, in the water, lapping up. Look at the Ten of Swords here. It's stuck into time, you know, kills time. Oh, our Temperance. There we go. Very apt. Our Death card. Yeah. Here's our Seven of Swords. Time Stealer. Who's your Seven of Swords? Are you your own Seven of Swords? Misappropriating your time? What was there, Chester? Why are you hiding? Here we go. The Lovers. The Lovers. Look at that for a lovely card. Beautiful. So this is the Time Tarot, and do I like it? I absolutely love it. I love the cardstock. I love the beauty in the art. You know, it's, you see, I like all Eugene's decks. The one that I really coveted was the Madhouse Tarot. Never managed to get it because basically it's always been outside my pocket. But who knows, one day when I win that lottery. Who knows? Now, that is the tarot deck I was going to show you. The next one, I've got two oracle decks. Just bear with me. Yeah, I've got two oracle decks that I want to show you. And I picked these up very recently when hubby and I went to the Christa Berg concert in Wexford. We had a stroll around Wexford the next day, and we stopped in this lovely shop in the heart of Wexford town. And you go downstairs, and this lovely sort of angel shop. We call them angel shops here, sort of esoteric shop, you know. So there were two, and I couldn't make my mind up which one I wanted. So my husband said, "Tell you what," he said, "it's a treat to take both." So I got the pocket size of the Angel Ancestors. Hello, Sam. Of the Angels and Ancestors, and I have got this one. Here's the Tree of Life Oracle by David Wells. So this one is by Kyle Gray. I have looked in the past at the full-size deck of this, but for some reason I've never got it. When I saw the pocket one there, I thought, you know, I actually quite like that. Now, I used this last night. I just sort of asked my ancestors, just give me some advice, will you? I need you to answer this particular question. They answered it for me, and the cards I drew were quite good, to say the least. Inside the box here we have something written on the lid and the bottom. So the bottom of the box, I set the intention that whatever is gained from the lessons learned from this tool will be dedicated to the growth of all beings in all places. Guardians of the four corners, mother in the earth, father in the sky, angels, ancestors, sacred ones, I call on you and welcome you here and now. That's nice. On the back of the box it states, the angels and ancestors are among us to bring healing and change. By connecting with the Celtic, Native American, Aboriginal and earth-based spiritualities honoured in this oracle, you can receive guidance to help you carve your path, live a life filled with magic. This is the book that comes with it. It's a nice little ditty book. In whatever culture and religion they have appeared, angels have always had one mission: to love, help and guide humans. On the earthly plane, ancestors are the wise ones, healers and warriors who have offered their knowledge, experience and magic to us. They know what you need to know. Use this guidebook to unlock the secrets and messages of the angels and ancestors who will help you live a life touched by divine magical guidance. Tells you a little bit about Kyle Gray and Lily Moses. Lily Moses did the cover illustrations, and Leanne C. Anastasi did the cover design. Okay, so you have some suggested spreads. Okay, you have suggested connection ceremony. This I haven't done this, you know, but I might just give it a bash. I think that would be a nice little thing to do. Just makes you feel like you're being proactive in your practice. Suggested spreads. Oh, this does look nice. And then it tells you about our cards. Okay. Message, about and extended message. So let's take a peek at the cards. Now they're very much that cardboardy card, matte, and a nice size. I like this pocket size, I really do. These are the backs, and these are in no particular order. Snake, shed the old skin. Stag, trust and thrive. Protection Guardian, drop your shield. Water Guardian, connect with your emotions. Hermit, retreat and recharge. Oracle, wait for important information. Guardian Angel, you are not alone. Sun, enjoy success and happiness. Oops. Well. Mountains, stand your ground. Moon, take note of intuitive messages. Spirit Fox, trust your talents in changing times. We certainly are living in changing times, aren't we? Sometimes scarily changing times. Druid, hold the space. Star Ancestor, follow the voice of your soul. Earth Guardian, stay rooted and grounded. Fire Guardian, ignite your passions. Stargazer, set your sights higher. Trader, exchange energy to create abundance. Traveller, move in a new direction. Air guardian, shift your perception. Animal garden, why do I keep saying garden? Animal guardian, trust your instincts. Shield maiden, make plans and focus. Sky father, trust in the unknown. Earth mother, feel loved and comfort. Elder, healing through the lineage. Great teacher, learn from spiritual experiences. Peacekeeper, harmonious resolution is possible. I'll have to do this, read this deck for something like that, shouldn't I? Sage, be devoted and committed. They're a little bit not stuck together, but they're hard to pull apart at times with them being a little bit small, and I've got chunky hands. Winter, take care of your needs. High priest, intend and create. Warrior, be fearless and stand strong. Wise one, grow within your current situation. Witch, be the light. Direction guardian, choose your path. Summer, bask in joy and light. Spring, see your seeds grow. Heart guardian, love and let yourself be loved. Magic guardian, unlock the magic within. Medicine guardian, be open to healing information. Mirror guardian, take time to reflect. Broken arrow, embrace the energy of peace. Autumn, release and the old and rest. Drum, dream and journey. Eagle, see from a higher perspective. Arrow, surround yourself with protective energy. Knight, be brave and honest. Lady, enjoy growth and reap rewards. Lord, take charge with authority. Medicine mother, honour your inner knowing. High priestess, harness mystic power. Hunter, track down your fear and desires. Shaman, trust in a higher force. Seer, see beyond current situations. Shaolin master, be graceful in movement and action. Shapeshifter, transform and unveil your gifts. And finally, She-Wolf, unleash the wild within. Go. They really are lovely cards. Like I say, I did a reading with these for myself last night, just because I had said, look, please give me some guidance in a certain situation. And it was not so much guidance as telling me, listen, will you cop onto yourself? You know you can do this. You know you can do this. You know you can deal with whatever life throws at you. Just sit back and let it happen, you know. I don't think you would riffle these. They're tiny, and I don't know if they would riffle properly. We'll have a quick look. Well, they do, yeah, they do riffle, but you can arch them. There you go. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Kyle Gray, Angels and Ancestors Pocket Oracle. And finally, the Tree of Life Oracle. I was drawn to the colours on this box. I thought, oh God, my nail. The Tree of Life Oracle by David Wells, artwork by Roberta Orpwood. It's a 44 card deck and guidebook, and we have the Tree of Life, the Kabbalah Tree of Life on the front. Drawing on the mystic traditions of Kabbalah, this oracle will help you learn more about the nature of the universe and yourself, connecting you with your soul to fulfill your purpose. The Tree of Life is rich with symbolism, and these symbols from astrology, tarot, and ancient alchemy are reproduced throughout the cards. Use these mystical cards to gain a greater understanding of the path ahead. David Wells is an astrologer, past life therapist, author, and teacher of Kabbalah. And Roberta Orpwood is a multidisciplinary therapist, visionary artist, illustrator. It's produced by Hay House, the same as Angels and Ancestors. The David Wells the David Wells Tree of Life comes with this nice big book. Now there are no images in it, and it's sort of alphabetically. Is it alphabetically put out? Oh no, it's magical forces. Oh, let's just go to the in contents page. They'll tell us there. So first of all, it's an introduction. What is Kabbalah? And then the Tree of Life. How to use your Tree of Life oracle cards. The deck explained. Bonding with your cards. Reading the cards. Laying out the cards and consolidating your knowledge. Then we have interpretation of the cards. So magical forces. It's split into different cards, as in the group for magical forces, the Sephiroth, the paths, and the Symbolarium. Under the Symbolarium there are 4 cards: planets, astrological signs, animal and birds, things, and glyphs. Now, under the paths, which is very interesting, the paths are all the major arcana cards in tarot. So path is the 11th path. It's the Fool. We've got all the major arcana: the Fool, Magician, High Priestess, Empress, Emperor, Hierophant, Lovers, Chariot, Strength, Lust, the Hermit, Wheel of Fortune, Justice or Adjustment, the Hangman, Death, Art or Temperance, the Devil, the Tower, the Star, the Moon, the Sun, Judgment, Aeon, World, Universe. So it actually takes in all the tarot, as in both the Thoth and the RWS, which is really nice to see. The Sephiroth, it's Kether, the Crown, Chokmah, Wisdom, Bina, Understanding, Chesed, Mercury, Gabura, Severity, Tifereth, Beauty, Nazak, Victory, Hod, Splendor, Yesod, Foundation, Malkuth, Kingdom, and Darth, Knowledge. And we have the pillars then, the magical forces, which are the Tree of Life, the middle pillar, the pillar of severity, the pillar of mercy, the spiritual triangle, the soul triangle, the personality triangle, the element of air, element of fire, element of water, and element of earth. And so that's under each section, that's where you'll find the variety, the various cards you're reading with. After the bonding of your cards and telling you how to bond with them, etc., you have some spreads. There's the Celtic Cross, the Tree of Life. You have consolidating your knowledge and tips and hints. Chester hears Sam bark, and that's it. It doesn't matter. He doesn't know what's going on, but he still barks. These are the nice, how oracle cards are nice and big. Those are the backs of the cards. Again, they have that sort of matte finish. And here we go. The Pillar of Severity. Severity, courage and form. Okay. So 32nd path, the world, universe, independence, facing fears and self-discipline. Path is death, that's grief, rebirth and transformation. Art and temperance, self-sufficiency, boldness and devotion. And these are the ones that are linked with the tarot. Chester, come on, sweetheart. Come to Mum. Come on. Oh, it's you, Sam. Where's your little brother gone? Go and find him. Yeah, go and find him. And stop leading him astray. Quickly say hello. Come, quickly say hello. He's trying to get up here to say hello to you all. Say hello, Sam. Hello, Sam. This is our little boy. It's our big boy, actually. Sammy. Yeah, your mummy's boy. And here's Sally back. Sally. There you go, Sally. Oh, you want to see hello too? This is Sally. She's my little barrel. And Chester, Chester, come here. Chester is our little foster boy. We're looking after him for a few months. Oh, and he's just been neutered, so I say just last week. So he deserves loads of cuddles, don't you, baby? Hello. Oh, I love you too. Yes, Chester's giving your mummy cuddles. You're beautiful, aren't you, Chester? Yes, you are. There you go, Treacle. There you go. Right, you guys sit and relax while mummy's talking here. Okay, I love you too. Hug you in a minute. And here we have the Pillar of Mercy. The Devil, Truth, Illusion and Trust. The Tree of Life, which is map, support and connections. Tower, which is courage, faith and fighting spirit. I love the dragon on that, I really do. That actually reminds me of Smaug in the I've gone blank. Not The Hobbit, the trilogy. Lord of the Rings. Oh my God. See, age doesn't come alone. The middle pillar. Geburah, which is severity, might, discipline, karma. Here we go, the star. The Wheel of Fortune. Oh, I like this Wheel of Fortune. I love the gentleness of the images, the drawings and the pencil colourings. I find them very, very effective, you know. They're very soft and although they're bright, there's a mutedness about them too. And I think it's because I wonder if they must be hand coloured. I'm sure they are. But they're gorgeous. Now there's this beauty. This is Tifereth, which is balance, sacrifice and joy. But look, this reminds me of our Sun card. And I'll tell you why it reminds me of the Sun card, with the child on horseback in the bright background. But look at the symbolism, the animal symbolism in this particularly. Look at the child and in the soul of that child, that lion energy, that braveness, that's the bravery, strength and determination. And we have the phoenix above, it's, you know, rising from the ashes, on horseback, being carried when need be, but also steering your own direction. And you've got the sunflowers in the background there as well, of the Sun card, as you would see in tarot. It's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. This is the Netzach card, and it's victory. It's beautiful. I think I might have just gone through the other ones a bit too fast there, but they were more justice and adjustment. Hod, which is splendor. Foundation, which is Yesod. Stunning, isn't it? The drawings are so intricate. They really are truly intricate. The Hanged Man. Tolerance, new perspective and life purpose. And it's like this creature is creating clay models of people and hanging them all up on the shelf behind. Look at that. Look at the detail in that. Isn't it beautiful? The Empress. Our Chariot. Emperor. You know, every time I see an Emperor card, he's sitting there with that sort of orb or globe in his hand, it always puts me in mind of Shakespeare. Is it Hamlet? Yeah. On the edge, son. There you go. The Hermit, spiritual guidance, commitment and a way shower. I love this Hermit. It's got snowdrops in it in his cloak. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Strength or lust. Just going through these a little quicker now. I won't read all the titles so that you can just see what they're like. Okay. I like this, the element of earth, practical, grounded and determined. This sort of screams ancestral, doesn't it? It really does. Just look at that. That's beautiful. Kether, the crown, there we go. And even here with Malkuth and Kingdom, earth manifestations being here and now, I'd say exactly the same here. This looks like stepping back in time. Look at that tree trunk. The tree trunk actually has a face facing away from us at the top there. On the top left, you can see that there. And again, you've got the phoenix and that the lady there and the people in the background. There's just so much. It's beautiful. So that, as you can see, that's basically, you know, the cards. There we've got the Fool. You know, it's beautiful, stunningly beautiful, in fact. I love the colours. And you know, I'm not an oracle person, I'd be a tarot person, but these two just jumped out at me, they really did. There's the Mercy, Chesed Mercy. And Bina, understanding, silent awareness and the divine feminine. So I'm very happy with these decks, both the oracle decks and particularly the tarot deck. I absolutely love the Time Tarot by Eugene Vinitsky and Elsa. I think it's fantastic. It's definitely one I would recommend. If you can get hold of it, go for it. It's beautiful. It's very deep, even though the artist would be, what would you call it, sort of around. I'm just trying to. The artist I'm thinking of is here in my head. I'm going to have to look him up, because it's got this sort of older vibe, wise vibe. It's got this depth to it that makes you think. It makes you do a lot of soul searching. At the moment, I'd use this for me, and I might use this oracle deck to guide me too. Love it, love it, love it. So those are the three decks I'm sharing with you today. Sorry about the interruption we had there from my three wise men, people, pups, Sally, Sammy and Chester. And thank you for being with me today. Go ahead and enjoy your afternoon, whatever you might be doing, and stay safe, stay happy, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye now.